Hello, hello. We are here once again, or should I say, good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time happens to be there. We are once again ready to set off on our journey to Baldur's Gate 3. And the last time, through some difficulties in combat, we managed to make it and beat down on the big bad evil man by the name of Ketheric Thorn at the very top of his Moonrise Towers. But unfortunately for us, he had a bit of a surprise waiting for us. In a massive tentacle burst forth from within and beneath the Moonrise Towers and smacked our Ozimar friend straight out of the sky. Then he disappeared and so did taking her with her, and we had to jump on after her and him, both to save her and put him down for good, hopefully. And yeah, now we're in what appears to be a Mind Flayer colony that was revealed to be underneath the Moonrise Towers. Like, there had been some hints to this when we were infiltrating Moonrise Towers. Like, there was the female ogre who like confided in us that there is something that was moving in the walls, as well as there was that one. Was it a fireplace? Like, I believe it was a fireplace in the castle that was, like, that had this sort of slimy mucus that had dropped down into it. But yeah. So we're now inside the Mind Flayer colony. We've killed a bunch of intellect devourers up to this point. There were people who had been taken prisoner here, and some of them had already turned into Mind Flayers. Some of them are still fully functional as far as we're concerned. Zevlor was in them, who was considered he's one of the tieflings who apparently broke and ran or abandoned the rest of the tieflings, but according to him, he basically he surrendered to the absolute, but came to vehemently regret that decision afterwards. So now he's been freed. There's a couple of Flaming Fist guys here who were part of the search for their Grand Duke. We told Zevlor that, Zevlor wanted to try and help any of his people that are in the Mind Flayer colony, so we'll leave him to that. Unfortunately, the Flaming Fist guys didn't really have anything in particular to say, like no real new information that they could have given us about our enemy. But here we are, and we are somewhat low on resources. We've taken some damage. Like, we're at good points in HP, but we're getting down on the resource ladder. And the next thing that we're immediately going to do is we are going to go and rescue Zerial's asset from Moonrise Towers, because I would rather not Will become
Can't slow down.
I would rather not for Will to become less useful than he already is, I guess.
Brine pools, but empty of tadpoles. Unusual. Harvesting all the larvae indicates they are getting ready for something big.
Suspended Spheromorphosis. Dictated to Scribianthus by Enver Gortas. Spheromorphosis, illicit larval transformation of a host humanoid into a Mind Flayer, typically occurs in less than a 10-day after infection, but the tadpoles laid by our captive Elder Brain are enhanced due to the powerful Netherese magic of the Crown of Karsus. Karsus being like a very big name in the history of the Forgotten Realms. Our enhanced tadpoles induce in their host a sort of suspended ceremorphosis, a state in which the host becomes susceptible to telepathic influence and even coercion from the Absolute, our Elder Brain. Okay, so the Absolute is the Elder Brain. Okay. For our purposes, there are two key aspects to this influence. First, the conversion of the host into a mental lackey of the Absolute occurs entirely without the host's awareness. Its servility feels comfortable and natural and is never consciously questioned. Second, the servile state persists even when the host is far beyond the usual range of the Elder Brain's psionic control. This phenomenon is spectacularly useful, given our ambitions. Okay, we're definitely picking up that book. Brine. Right. There's a brine pool. And, there's someone in the pod.
By Grazit's cock, it's about time you came.
Right. Mizora. You are the devil you sent Will to rescue? Figures. All that talk about Zariel's asset, I should have known you were lying. What have we here? Hold on. I need to relish the moment. Yeah, I mean... Figures. All that talk about Zariel's asset, I should have known you were lying.
Why, perish the thought. Every word was nothing less than true. Now, enough sniffing around and get me out of this thing.
Mizora's life rests in your hands. Perhaps you could end Will's pact here and now.
Right. The first thing... Remember all that you can about devils and their contracts. This seems like a good option to take here. You know, considering. So, this is a fairly difficult task we have. And roll a 5, which is not good enough. How many? I think we have like 3 inspirations. We have 3. I think we roll again. Because this is important. An 11. Which means that
You recall an old incantation from a children's story, said to void a devil's contract. Abi diabole et nunquam redi.
I'll be honest, I do not think that will nullify the pact. Like, it just won't. It absolutely will not. It would be, like, the weirdest thing for a children's story to contain the actual, like, words of power that dismiss or disrupt, like, magically soul enchanting even as a devil's pact. But you know what? Let's try it. Yeah, as expected. As expected.
I'll be damned. You want to free the pup from his pact. And you thought that idiotic display would do it. Oh, bravo. Fine, I'll play your game. But I amend the pact. Clause F, Section 9. Soulbinder shall bestow reward or favor only upon soul bearer's fulfillment of related obligation. Now, open the pod.
Your eyes turn to the control panel next to the pod.
Well,
It has 2 devices marked with illithid symbols.
well,
The controls are
Aelin,
open to your
since
tadpole's
you are
command.
here and since we're kind of
To
spoiling
your
it
authority.
for you, I guess. Yeah, if you have Will in your party, you will eventually be contracted by Will's patron to go and rescue an important Zariel's aspect from the cultist of the Absolute in the Moonrise Towers. Turns out, It's the devil herself who needs rescuing, and apparently the things that have been popping up in your camp multiple times, at least, like, has popped up twice at least for me, that has been a magical projection would be my best guess as to what that would be. Right. Right. I could smash my foot. I could attempt to smash my foot through the pod. Let us examine the device on the left.
The symbol's meaning comes into focus. Annihilate.
Right. So that is liquidate. Let's examine the device on the right.
You decipher the symbol. It's an illithid sigil, meaning unleash.
Wow, who knew that my great intelligence would actually, I made 2 Arcana checks in a row, which is impressive considering even when I was doing it with Gale, I could not figure out what symbol was on Vlaakith's, picture, which is... Yes, it is extremely fun, which is, because, you could, you could have pushed for amendment to Will's pact, while she showed up at your camp, which I think we are trying to do here and now, and we're in a much stronger position actually having made it here and found her, because we didn't know that it was her trapped in this coffin, so now it kind of makes sense why she was very hard pressed, I guess, to make us do this. Right. So we have basically 2 choices. Well, I mean, we can leave her there. We can use just brute strength to try and kick through, get ourselves through the pod, or we can connect our mind to the Annihilate and Unleash devices. Now, Annihilate, fun as it would be, effectively changes nothing. Actually, effectively probably is worse for us because she dies. She gets pissy about it because, she's on the material plane and she will then, regather herself in the lower planes. And then, I mean, technically we got her out, but she's not gonna see it that way, so, she wins and is now pissed off at us. So it's not really an option other than to be petty and or funny about it. No, she specifically just said that she would only amend the pack. I don't think she's gonna end it, but she can amend it, the pack. She would only do so after we've fulfilled our, the obligations in the pact itself. So I don't, even though technically the Annihilate device would probably set her free in a way, I certainly don't think she would see it that way. Devils not being known for their particularly open-minded and generous sort of views on such things. So we will let her out. She is the lesser evil between the absolute and, we need Will. We need to fulfill this obligation, or Will get dragged into the hells where he stands.
I'd give you a gold star, but I'm fresh out. As for the pact, Clause Z, Section 13. If the Soulbinder consents to separation, she will release the Soul Bearer from all obligation within 6 months.
You're a disgusting little shit. You know that, Mizora.
Ignorant thing. It's always the terms and conditions that get you.
I do like the meta commentary there from Mizora, but it is very much true. All right, so she has agreed to the separation within 6 months, which is yeah, again, the first option, so to hells with your conditions, sever Will's pact now or I'll sever your head, again, doesn't, might inconvenience her, might, like it's probably, if I remember reading correctly, like it is like the recoalescence in the lower planes is a painful process. So it's not like she wants to go through with it or anything. But like again, overall, probably doesn't inconvenience her too much, and will just hack her off. Especially like our, you know, like a full half a year thing to her, like, yeah, I mean, it sucks that he like, there was, like, it sucks that it's still a full half a year to go for Will, but I mean, on the flip side, if you think about it, like, he made a pact for his soul to be, to be consigned to eternal damnation in the hells, and now he gets, like, that is no longer going to be a case after 6 months. Considering that he's, like, he seemed like we haven't obviously asked his age, but he seems fairly young. Like, I would put him, like, in his 20s, but, like, possibly, like, early 30s. So, you know, half a year to that is next to nothing when you consider, like, eternal damnation of your soul being the other option there. That warlock of yours is turning out to be more trouble than he's worth. I think she would probably agree to this sentiment, and it would be kind of funny, but we're obviously not going to be doing that because, like, Will, as much as we don't use Will, because honestly I feel that he's kind of, like, he's the one character, at least in my party currently, who kind of, like, just, like, falls to the cracks. Like, he doesn't really have a dedicated place in the party. So, yeah, he's, like, I haven't been using him much, but, like, that's not a personal fault of his. Like, that is the, like, so we are just going to be, like, 6 months isn't that long of a wait.
Right. I'm out of here. I need a long bath. I'll leave you to your very serious business. But don't you fret. If you survive this place, I'll find you. The pup will be needing me. Count on it.
And I mean, on the flip side...
And ask Will how we met. I've loosened his tongue. It's real cracker of a tale. Ta-ta.
Right. I mean, I think, just a personal remark here is, I think this might be one of the only red-headed female characters in, like, any series that I've played or like watched or read, that I do not, at any stage, do I have any sort of attraction to her. Mizora, that is. And that, like, that does take a little bit of doing. Like, yeah, devils are more than a bit of a bitch to deal with, but
prepare the march, my chosen.
I will also just say that, like, I've commented on it before. Oh, this is the barracks, is it? Looks like a rather empty barracks, I'll be honest, which both surprises me. Oh, never mind. There's Harry Henry, Iron Finger, Makti Budi, and Cressa Bone Daughter.
Discern.
Other than those people, this is a very empty barracks. Huh. I think we're gonna go and open a can of whoop-ass on them. I think that is...
Death. If General Thorm was attacked, the order to evacuate given. You should not be here. I conclude you are one of the attackers.
Well done, Bone Daughter. Despite being, an absolute, like, coming across as an absolutely crazy religious zealot, you have managed to actually come to a reasonable deduction. we have our options of you should be careful throwing such accusations at a true soul. Deception, this is a misunderstanding. I was sent here to support you with the eradication of these traitors, and attack. And let's be honest, we're not much for deception on this character. We also are not going to try to emphasize the fact that we're a true soul. So let's let the punching begin. Also, I'll be honest, I am going to how would you call it? I am there. I have started feeling more than slightly like that I am I may be playing my Paladin more as
Got it.
more like a barbarian than a traditional so, but yeah, let's see who's the okay, so we have a 55% chance of hitting him, 75, 70. Okay, let's try to kill Matthew Boudiev. No. Cool. Another hit, please. Okay. Those were some good hits. He's down to 17 HP. Alright.
Faith will protect me.
Unfortunately, didn't rage there because
Have to keep going.
the I needed to jump to actually even reach them. Now, here's an interesting question. What are the chances? Let's see. We have a wounding ray here. Do we have a we have a ray of fear as well. 40%, 50%, 16%. Jesus. Okay, not good. Okay, so he won't die to the wounding ray regardless. We can do 5 to 10 damage with that, or 2 to 20 damage with that. So an archery shot will not be able to kill him. This one has a slight chance of killing the guy. No, he's not. He's not dead, unfortunately, but sometimes that's just gonna be the way things are.
You will face the death long before we grant it.
Let's not get fireball, thank you. I still don't have any idea what these skeletal involucrous, like what they actually do. Like, because they have not ever actually managed to pop off yet. And by the way, I again completely forgot that. Oh yeah, the dude is immune to thunder damage because he's silenced. So there. Whoop. Ray of Sickness is fine. Pretty decent hit, and he's poisoned. Don't care about her Misty Step. She Misty Steps over here. Huh. So we get rid of that. And I think we just go after her, because with him being that low, that means that she's gonna get her Elixir of Bloodlust rocked off. So yeah, I think... shield. And then... let's try following her. No. Alright. Not the greatest of showing from our Paladin, but... right. Let's see that. There we go. Temporary hit points. And that's... oh. We could... or we could go after her. Yeah, I think killing Harry Henry here is probably the best bet. Okay. Miss. Good hit. Oh, there we go.
No surrender.
And then, bonus action, Great Weapon Master Attack on. Wonderful. Unfortunately, she did save against the silence. I was hoping for the silence in there, but
Act fast.
such is life. So she is shielded, so there's no point in doing that. So we'll just take a shot at Cressa and miss.
Heading there.
And run over there. Okay, what
Not
are you
even the
doing?
worms will
Opportunity
want your
attack.
carcass once I'm
Please
done
hit.
with you.
She hit. She still made the save. Damn it. Fireball over there. That's fine. Like, she's resistant to fire, and Shadowheart has more than enough. Alright. Disadvantage because of poison. Yeah, that's not great. I guess I could have gone for a Thunder Wave there. But it doesn't. It doesn't get to do an attack of opportunity because she's shielded, so that's fine. Ray of Sickness on him again. No poison this time. Alright, let's shield again. We need to get rid of this thing. I do not want to find out what happens if it gets to go off. Right, Reckless! No, okay, another one. Shielded.
Can't give up.
I didn't think that she would have shield as well. Yeah, I think we should save this way. We're trying to conserve as many resources as possible here. That is what we're trying to do. Let's get a little bit closer there. Because, come on, opportunity attack. Still saved it. Misty Step over there. Okay, is that another? Yep, that's another fireball. That's fine. Like, those two can tank it. You are gonna just run away, Gale. Right, you're still poisoned. God damn it. Okay. 49. Let's. Okay. Well, we got the shield reaction off of her, I guess. Yeah, I Iron Finger that, like, I know that you're trying to be like the scary villain person. Like, I get that. I can appreciate the hustle, but like,
Breathe deep and move.
if you said, like, especially with that tone of voice of I'm just gonna think that you're
Find a route.
yeah, no. I am unimpressed. Alright. So with the shield active, we're definitely not doing great weapon attacks. Damn! Just keeps making the saves against the you kept making saves against the silence. Like, the silence would have been really useful there. But alas. Right, we're immediately going to short rest because
That took the edge off.
that is going to get us all where we want to be without any more use of. Why is this stealing? Mercolite, Centicamp, heal.
Light on my feet.
Okay, there is literally a person who has been cut to pieces here, which is not at all disturbing. But like, we've seen those lying around on, like, unfortunately too often when it comes to the cult. So I don't get what, like, why is his stuff not stealing but everyone else's of them is. I don't know. Sometimes the game is weird. Cartilaginous chest. Sure. Yeah, take money. There doesn't be also weirdest fucking thing. I mean, it is really cool. It is really cool, that thing. But I think that's like... I think that's an icon of Baal, which is like... Baal has not... Baal hasn't really... Like, there's been mention of Baal spawn, but that's because of like... other Baldur's Gate games where they've been... Like, where they've been a thing. But, right, let's not go... there you go, Gale. We'll take the money. Letter from Ironfinger. That's a very big letter. She's going to put one in me any day. Cressa, who was initiated the very same hour as I, all those years ago. She's going to put a parasite in my ear when I sleep. Can't bear to be without a pet to experiment on. Needs to have a thrall locked away so she can go further than Balthazar will let her. Cressa. I remember when we were just stomping on ant piles and raising them back up. Our very first deaths. I hope you remember. Somewhere. That's... like, more than slightly sad.
We will take the city.
What was that? This is one of those... and you won't take the city. Not if I have anything to say about that. Probably Voice of the Absolute. I'll send that over to Carla now. Not sure if, like, definitely not sure if appreciatedly cared for boots. Not sure if it's going to be relevant whether we're carrying one or not, but I will at least like have it. Like, I feel that there might be a time when it might come handy having that mind thing on. Right. Rustic chest, a bunch of lavender dye, money. Alright. Journal of Matthew Booth. I remember our life as country surgeons back in Nashkel. Nashkel.
Hurry now.
Doesn't ring a bell, Nashkel as a place. We only ever wanted to be the best, to learn how to staunch any mortal wound. How did we get here? Cressa hasn't been herself since her pet true soul was shipped out on that nautiloid. I haven't been able to so much as touch her. I find myself growing green at the thought. My own wife revolts me with those experiments. Not really my wife any longer. I thought getting that favorite creature dispatched would bring her back to herself, but she pines for that damned feral corpse with aching need. If she finds out I ratted out to Balthazar that she was keeping it and got it sent away, she might kill me. Okay, so that's like, I know that like supporting your wife is a thing that like husbands should do, but there's a limit. I feel that there's a reasonable limit, and that particular couple passed it. And not even by like just stepped off the road a little bit past it. They I'm pretty sure that they decided to, like, they looked at the signs and decided, well, we don't want to follow the signs. We're just gonna, like, I don't know, traipse into this nearby fucking woods that just happens to be here. Right, Mistress of Souls research log. Experiments on the first one, day 4. Again, I have noted a fluid leakage from the oral cavity, and I have ascertained the cause. Due to the unusual method of parasitic insertion, the secretion of the creature within are leaking out rather than being absorbed by the brain, as we have noted in other thralls. I cannot say why the parasite is evacuating this oil, but it has the scent of garlic we now know indicates it has fed on the host's brain matter itself. I have collected a sample of ear fluid. Vivisection day today. Showed no sign of pain as I was unraveling the long intestine, but instead grabbed the organ as if it were a rope, reached to wrap it around my neck as if to strangle me. But all the strength in its poor arms is quite gone. Had to thread the guts back into the body. We'll try again another day. And nothing on the other page. Alright, Cressa's notes. I have seen 1,000 ears. Some have the reflexes to twitch when they know the worm is about to burrow. The worm takes longer to get through if the entry hole isn't cleaned. I have taken to torching them with an ear candle. It all makes for dull work. I'm tired of ears. I'm tired of my only order being create thralls. Apparently, all we need to know about the brain is being handled by the Chosen. I'm forbidden from studying these dull thralls. I need a new one that Balthazar doesn't know of. A creature of exceptional will, like my old dear pet, can keep fragments of its own mind while affected by the parasite. We need to know why. So, it does sound like she was fully committed to the cause. The others, little more hesitant. Right, I think... that it? Oh, nope. There's still this Harry Hendry's journal.
Baldur's Gate will know my design.
Gold and a bunch of...
Our design.
Right, Harry Henry. The bugbear actually kept the journal. These slick innards, these fluid chambers. How long have we been here, making thralls? I don't want to any longer. Merkel is drowned out in my head by my own spiral fears. The Bone Lord doesn't want a coward. None of this looks real. I'm in a kraken belly. I am turned inside upside. I am dead. Merkel's grey waste always sounded peaceful. Not like this. So he was a Merkulite. The god of the like Merkel is like the least good god of death you could go for. Surprisingly managed to reach out to a bugbear of all things, apparently. But I mean, I believe Merkel is also like is Balthazar's, which I mean, considering he was a necromancer and an undead abomination, doesn't exactly, you know, doesn't surprise me. Oh, look at that, more intellect devourers, which we need to kill because, well, these things are... God damn it. Yeah, so... kill them. Oh. Still missed. And then... oh. Beautiful. Got the 1 HP. Should be easy enough to pick off. I'm not sure if this will make any difference, like cleaning these things out, or like, but I feel that, well, I definitely feel that like we should definitely clear out any and all enemy hostiles that we can. Now the real question is, where in the hell's, like, where is the actual necrotic laboratory? Okay, what a place to suddenly wander into. This is probably Balthazar's. Like, I assume this is Balthazar's like personal. All right, let's get to clearing the undead. That is a lot. And there's a Death Shepherd as well, which is like the worst thing. Are these? These are. Yeah, their winged horrors are also undead. Surprisingly, we've come across them before, winged horrors. They were the things that attacked along with Marcus, they attacked alongside Marcus when they attacked the last light in. Okay, so undead man, we managed to put him down, but he managed to make a save. Critical miss. Fortunate. Get another one. Okay, goes down. Right. Well, the good thing is that none of them have any ranged weapons, being undead, and then I think the Death Shepherd, we definitely want to kill the Death Shepherd because, well, the undead ward of making the undead resistant to all of the basic types of damage is pretty annoying, I'll be honest. But on the flip side, we literally have the Blood of Lathander here, which is like really good to have when you're when you're facing undead. So he's blinded. Yeah, I think let's get a Sacred Flame in there. We're not gonna bonus action anything yet. Raider zombies. Oh yeah, they're just like heftier zombies. Cool. Right. So basically, I'm gonna make a bold assumption here that the this is an encounter where they're going to attempt to basically rush us with numbers, and then yeah, we're gonna no, not Inquisitor's Might. We're gonna use Divine Sense because getting advantage against all undead seems like a pretty nice thing to have. No, we are not expending resources here if we can help it. Alright, Winged Horror pretty well down. And then Gale. Yeah, basically what like we're gonna get rushed by an absolute avalanche of undead. And then this guy will just keep on bolstering them, I think is gonna be the name of the game. But there is honestly very little we can do about it, I feel, so... Thankfully we have a cleric, because turn undead here is very, very good, especially if the shepherd guy is like if he sticks around at the back, which means that they won't get like they're not there to help. Right. Is this a rage moment? I think we're fine, honestly. There we go. Got that killed, and then we can go for the big swings on the blinded guy. Turn that off because we want to make 100% certain that he's death. Then go for the big swings again. Real question is, to whom are we attacking? Yeah, let's go see if we can put down a zombie. No, let's not recklessly attack just because there's quite a lot of... he managed to make the save. Okay. Yeah, giving the opponent advantage does not seem like the greatest of ideas. And let's get Shadowheart up as... There we go. Light of Lathander. They keep making those saves. That's not very nice of them. And let's call for a turn undead here. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the power of a cleric against hordes of undead. Right. He is like those got turned. Yeah, you don't have any useful reactions anyway, Shadowheart, so. Okay, it's bogged out a little bit here, I think. There we go. Got past it. Death Shepherds. Yeah, he's going around and getting some reinforcements is what he's doing. How much do we care? Greater zombie. Yeah, I think we're just going to focus on the guys who didn't get turned, like reasonable people. Unfortunately, these like the greater zombies, like Jesus Christ, they have a lot of HP. I mean, they don't have much else, but they do have HP. Okay, Gale. Yeah, there's no way we're reaching any of those, so let's get Gale up here and whack-a-mole. And enter. Oh. Oh. Up there just running away. Running away. Away. Then there's one guy who runs into us because he didn't get turned, but he made the save against the blind on Lathander's blood, which is unfortunate, but... Oh, hey, hole. Yeah, that overlay is like, once you know about it and once you remember that it exists, it is actually pretty handy. Like, I was a little skeptical at first of like how much usefulness that's actually going to have, but yeah, I would honestly think it's pretty handy. But yeah, we are currently sitting at 9th level here with our party. And then another one. Nope. Could you just like... Could you just be a good little zombie and, like, actually go down? There we go. Much better. Then let's get over there. Put the great weapon on, and let's start swinging at the greater zombie. And then one less. Nope, not that. That. Okay, so he got smashed, but he got back up. Alright, turned.
Death is but a word away.
Turned. Right. 70% chance of making a hit, or a 90% chance of him failing the save. There we go. That was a very easy choice to make. We'll bring her up a little more front and center than normal. And let's get a... Oh, that was a really bad potion of healing roll, unfortunately. I mean, yeah, I think it just honestly speaks to like how well designed the game is from like Larian, in that like I can't think of like another game that I've played that has an actual like had a Twitch sort of like a Twitch thing like already inbuilt into the game itself. So kudos on Larian. Like, as much as like people like some people I've seen are like, yeah, Larian's like overhyped or whatever, but no, they like, this game is not really, at least as far as I've gotten so far. This is definitely not an overhyping case. Like, there have been those cases certainly, but this is not one. Alright, you dash into Polar Master range, and then you just got critically hit into death. Withering Theft. Rob a creature of its life and gain 20 hit. That's a 4th level Necromancer spell. Ooh. Okay, that wasn't much of a theft there, I guess. I guess we made the save, which... good. Right, Greater Zombie is blind. Critical hit. Wonderful. Let's get another one in there. Alright, he didn't make the save. Wonderful. Absolutely brilliant. Can we cannot reach that though, unfortunate as it is.
Count on me.
So, run over there. Swing the bonus action attack at him. And then we've got... Nice. Carla once again proving why she's an exceptionally useful party member. Like just full on. The girl does not stop until they're down. Right. Don't care about that.
On my way.
Going forward. There's the reconstituted Arcanist. 85% chance. Makes the save. God damn. Of course. Alright, Death Shepherd. Dashes. That's like, yeah, sure. That's fine. Like, the reconstituted duelist is by no means like an actual something that we genuinely care about. Let's. Okay, fine. Go for Death Shepherd. And because the Death Shepherd needs to go down, and then we somehow managed to miss the Death Shepherd like a lot, considering like the percentage chance there. Considering he's blinded and all, so yeah. So Undead Ward, it gives them like. So Undead Ward aura. All allied are resistant to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing. Necrotic Veil grants the affected entity 20. Well, the affected. Right. Yeah, that's the one thing that it has, is that so long as it has the temp hit points, it's resistant to everything. Like the Undead Worm sticks around, but so long as he has the temp hit points, he's also just really, really annoying. Reconstituted Arcanist. He's gonna go after Carla. Do I? Yeah, I think Sentinel. Fine. Right. All right, Carla. We're trusting you, girl. Show him what you're made of. And miss. That's a good hit, and that is the Necrotic Veil at least done. And he's not silenced, but he is blinded. Yeah, let's get some healing into you. Right. Now then, I think you're just gonna stick there and. Let's get the Death Shepherd down as fast as possible. What's gonna be the name of the game here? Made the save against Lathander's Light. Alright, an opportunity attack on him. Reckless attack, yes. Silence, wonderful. Yeah, reconstitute the duelist, that's fine.
What do I have to lose?
We're going after him. That's a good hit. Come on, another good hit. No, that was a critical miss. And then a bonus action hit. I think now that he is actually not resistant to this, there we go. He only needs. I think we're just gonna stick here with Gale. Like not our best place to be there, but I don't think we want to be taking an opportunity attack with him anyway. So. Polearm Master opportunity. Yay! You're... Like, they are literally blocking their own attacks against us, since we're in a bit of a... We are in a bit of a... what would you call that? Choke point, I guess. Right. We can take that off.
Need to learn the hard way.
There we go. They're now all just... And then... Put him down. Go. There we go. Wonderful. Still can't reach that, though. Or we can if we jump. Hello there. Can you die in one swing, please? Yes, you can. There we go. I think that's pretty much, like, this encounter will turn into a cakewalk from now on. Like, sure, there's some winged horror still abound, but, like, none of these guys are that dangerous anymore. Right. Let's get that sacred flame into that zombie. And she rolls a 7. She needed an 8, and she rolled a 7, which, you know, since it's radiant damage, that would have actually not allowed him to do a save at all, so... And Gale takes a punch to the face. Got a heart. Alright, Right, let's get rid of the winged horror. Or not, then, I guess. Bonus action attack on the zombie. Oh, he goes down. Winged horror.
Swords meet sorcery.
Swords meet sorcery. Yeah. Don't want to get punted again. So. Maybe I was giving them a little bit too little credit. Like, the greater zombies do actually, like, if they manage to land a hit, they can actually deal some damage. Alright, Paladin Master, come on. And she takes another punch. So we are taking more damage here than what I expected. Right.
I'm going to enjoy this.
No. Yeah, she literally just went like chop chop, motherfuckers, and that's 3 of them down. Granted, he was they were well suited to being targets of her swings, and right. So we got a couple greater zombies, 1 regular zombie, and 1 winged horror left. I think he's immune to poison. Yeah, he's immune to poison. Cool. Greater zombie. Mrs. Carla. Mrs. Shadowheart. Wonderful. Can we get the winged horror down, please? In 1 swing. Alright, we got it down. And then let's go with the greater zombie. And the all right, Mr. Paladin, you're keeping your best shots for the end encounter. I can respect that. Please stop sucking. All right, Carla, can you probably not in 1 swing? Okay, it's a critical hit. Yeah, okay. Then I was like, yeah, Carla probably doesn't get kill the greater zombie in 1 hit, but then she decides to critically hit and prove me wrong. So, you go, girl. All right. See, like this is like super consistent. Super consistent.
What should I do?
You should Sacred Flame the greater zombie so that he doesn't get a chance to go and slam people.
I wonder if this is worth the
And
cost.
the last of the zombies. Good swing, and then bonus action finish him off. There we go. Alright.
My face protects me.
I think we're going to... We'll do Prayer of Healing. And then you get to drink a potion of Superior Healing.
I've got a long road
And then let's split some more of our stuff. So that, one of these, got a heart. And we'll split like 2 of these, 2 of these, and that goes on Carla. She definitely needs to have a storage of her own because she's the girl who's gonna be in the thick of things. So Right. I wonder if we can. Like, I'm really curious if there's anything. Like, I would like to.
Hearts, one soul.
Profane womb. What is a?
Don't waste a step.
Let's not have any profane wounds over
Here we go again.
here. I don't know what these things are. Actually, examine. Profane wound bound. Silence and health. Okay.
Prepare the march. My
I mean, I don't know whether this is actually going to be like of any actual like destroying these things, whether it's going to actually do anything, I guess. But hey, you know, there's no reason to allow the evil dudes to have anything that is called a profane womb if we can smash them to pieces instead.
descend, faithful. We
Yeah, as a paladin, profane is kind of like one of the worst adjectives that you could attach to anything if you wanted to survive contact with a paladin. But you must not forget looting. It is an important part of an adventurer's life. Now, got a couple of other chambers. Friendly. No, took it over. Maybe there's a door over there. What's over here? That's a chasm, and there's a door on the other side leading us up. Okay, we're gonna investigate that first. Enough to make the jump across. Okay. Carla?
Soldier.
Come on.
Have a lot on my mind. Well, in it.
Oh,
I
God.
feel glorious.
Oh, that's not good. Okay, so yeah, so as we expected, this is Balthazar's personal laboratory, I guess. Forgive me, Father, for I cannot help but admire the chosen of your sworn foe. Enver Gortash's genius will take us far, but fear not. Those of Bane always fall to the same folly. They cannot see the beauty of obliteration. The absolute hoax will garner false love from new slaves, but once I've built a large enough army, I will use our hold upon the absolute slaves to begin this wild world's end. I can see the path through Gortash's brilliant plan. Gortash, Ketheric, and I will seize the Netherese relics that control the crown, and then use the crown to command the illithid grand design. The dead three, age-old foes, our dire patrons, will be bosom friends for a time. Father, you created me to be the last soul alive. When the time is right and my power is assured, I will slaughter Gortash and Ketheric upon your altar, where I myself hope to die when the world itself is gasping its last. At the end of this all, Father, there will be not a single creature living. Everyone will die. Everyone will die for you. I will make you proud. Note, appended at the bottom of the page in a different hand. Ha! Orin was right about her sibling. Randomly an eye patch. Right, Balthazar's notes. Experimental notes written in Balthazar's precise hand. His obvious deficiencies aside, it cannot be denied that young Gortash has the mind of a scientist. Before his latest invention, the Illithid library was no more than a rows of brains swinging in the cerebral slot. With his device, we no longer need psionic power to access the memories contained within, only to insert the subject and speak to it directly. I do wish he were not so eager in testing the device on more recent subjects of his own, however, nor in leaving their skull shavings scattered along my workbench.
Hurry now. The city calls out for salvation.
Almost
The chosen are my heart.
And I assume it's just worth nothing. There's eye patch. Rune slate. Series of dots and broken lines. Entries in language you cannot read, and yet you sense their meaning nonetheless. A final mournful entry carrying with a vast hollow feeling of grief. A colony in decline. The elders starving, falling dormant to preserve its strength and lie in wait for some
Of many hearts, one soul.
entries in a language you... Yeah, a flash of nautiloids lining a great dark void. One mind with one purpose, moving constant through the darkness between the planes. Line in action for the slave mines room. Oh. Okay, so these are memories of... That's this black-skinned head.
Empty vessel, nothing more. Lending voice to elder law.
Really creepy, that. Definitely sending that to camp. Right, so we can put a mind into this, which then
Prepare the march.
is animated by
My
this.
chosen gather below.
Alright, what's the resonance stone? The stone gives you and those around you the steeped in bliss condition. Resonance stones heighten emotion in those who stand within their radius. Okay, what does this mean? Steeped in bliss. Seized by great joy, affected entity is more energized and also more mentally compliant. Entity has advantage on physical checks and disadvantage on mental saving throws. He is also vulnerable to psychic damage. Okay, good to know. Let's not carry... Let's not have that. Absolutely do not want to have that, because we are probably going to, like... actually, instead of doing that, we're going to send that to camp. We do not want to have disadvantage on mental stuff in this place of all places. Right, so if we go to the Mind Archive interface and insert an item, which means that we had a bunch of, like, mines back at camp, which were... Right, have any other ones? We have the one that Carla has. Like, which mine does Carla have? Closed mind. Okay, let's insert closed mind. Right.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Design.
They won't be laughing much longer. Won't be any more of this. No gnomes in the city. Watch, Brevin. This Cortesh fella's got an idea. Kind of a training camp. Don't know how it gets me into the watch, but he seems the smart sort.
Oh boy. You idiot. Right. We are actually carrying a couple. Let's see what a dark mind has to say.
My darling Carolina, how I'd love to wine and dine you, but you chose my foolish brother over me. And when you two are wed, well, my heart will be but dead. For my sister, you will sadly surely be. But my brother, he's a loser, and I take you for a chooser. So stand upon the gentle sword of God.
Boy. I mean, like, I last time, in the last stream, I already said that this place, was definitely the right type of creepy in the sense that they, like, if you wanted to have a lot of creepiness to it, but yeah, a severed head on a pedestal that sings, like, in a quiet, kind of a soothing, almost like a lullaby-like voice, sings to you about unrequited love and hoping that your brother's wife would leave him.
They're in my head. They're in my head. They're in yours too. It won't be long now until we're changed. Am I dead? I don't want to die, but I don't want to live. Not like this.
And that was clearly somebody who was entirely and utterly didn't want. Yeah. Right, so that was the dark mind, the slave mind, the closed mind. I was hoping that maybe we get some useful information out of these. Maybe the true
Every
mind?
day he comes. Every day for 3 days to ask me how I feel. I want to tell, but I am confused. Which day is it?
I want to tell, but I'm confused. Is it? Third
She
day.
whispers in my mind. She sings, praise the absolute.
Who is this he you're talking about?
We are his pets. His plan, Lord Gortash.
Right. Tell me about these others.
Separate cells. I never saw them, but when they changed...
My head! I can feel them in my head!
The first, yes. 5 days since he put that thing in my eye, but the first day he came to visit.
Okay.
He says I am the last, that the other subjects have all changed.
Right.
Eye hurts. Head hurts. But he says I am past the worst of it. That I won't change like the others. He's given me a place of honor, so he can repeat his miracle. And a name. True Soul.
This is the mind of the first. The first true soul in their experiments. Right, and then the last of the minds in our possession is the willing mind. I doubt we'll gain much from him.
Pardon? Wouldn't do to phlegm all over Lord Gortash during my first performance, would it? Acoustics are a little off in here. Which is... where, exactly?
Never mind that. Tell me about this Lord Gortash.
He heard me singing in Beggar's Rest. Said he needed someone to give voice to lost knowledge. A little over my head, being honest, but the Lord has gold. I trust he knows his business. Now, I'd best warm up.
Snap out of it. Look around you.
Could do with a bit of natural light, all right. But you know these nobles, odd as fey folk. Now I need to prepare. Wish me luck.
Not so willing, I guess. In the sense that she she didn't know. Poor sod. This is
Have to keep going.
this is I mean, they're evil, alright. They're evil, alright.
Down.
This goes.
The stench. I wonder how many pilgrimages to Moonrise ended down here.
What? Carnal pit? Oh, we'll clear this out.
Time for jump.
Oh, there's actually someone here. Okay. But yeah, no, come on. There we go.
Close ranks.
Don't know what chop is good for, but rather him not really moving about.
Got to press on.
Take our shot. And right, what are you gonna do? You're gonna okay, I mean, his name is Chop. He seems to be wielding a cleaver. He's in what appears to be some kind of a charnel pit. Yeah, I think I know what he was doing here. And that's a critical hit for 30, and he's still off.
No choice but to keep going. Another step forward.
We're not actually going to attack Chop there because we want an easy target for Carla to activate her. Really? Like, you have a 65% chance of actually making that shot, and you still missed too. My man. Did you get a grip on yourself, Mr. Paladin? Right. Now chop. And I do not apologize for that pun, because it is well within my rights to make that. I'm not proud of that particular pun. I feel that it was entirely, it was kind of an obvious one, but hey. And the last one. Critical hit. Good thought.
On my way.
Creator. Destroyer.
One.
Blood comes easy these days.
Okay. Can you make that shot? You can. Wonderful.
All's well that ends. Not as
please
bad
take
as it
out.
could have.
Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
Yeah. I do have to question how many point block. Really? Probably took that off of.
Oh, gods are watching me.
Letter to the Absolute. A childish scroll ringed by doodles. Dear Absolute. Absolute. Teacher says to write. He says it's like a prayer. We can see your tower now. I hope it is bright and smells nice like Mother's temple. Teacher says she will follow us soon. Please send teacher better dreams. He's grumpy, and when he's tired he bounces his heart around. Promise to all be quiet and good so he can sleep. Parchment.
Of many hearts, one soul.
Of bear. Yeah, they really didn't discriminate. Their particular choice of victims. Which, considering rules. A list written with painstaking care of a child. Certain entries are underlined as if for memorization. Teacher's rules. Ride in teacher's cart, away from the soldiers. Don't look the guide in the eyes. Stay in the light. Stay in the light. Stay in the light. Right. Gloves. Armor. Just a
Discern them, faithful.
old
We depart.
Here's golden. Sure, mine. Alright, let's. I mean, this looks really cool. It doesn't do anything other than looks really cool, but it looks really cool. Regal helm, royalist taxation. Worn ceremonial by commanders and generals at head of parades. Yep, adjustable steel. What does this say? Art is golden dragon skin. All this stuff probably good for selling. And we found another mind to get voice to. Butchered. I can already kind of tell that he probably was not a very willing.
Design, but death.
Right, I think so. This connects up to there. So there's that chamber, and then whatever chamber is beyond here. We haven't examined. Let's go and talk to the butchered mind. Because, like, there was, I feel, a possibility of getting some relevant information. And I mean, technically, the true, like the true soul, the first of the true souls lines, like, technically it did give.
Shh. This place listens. It knows. If we're going to escape, we have to be smart.
You know a way out?
This place is alive. A big thinking thing. And it needs our flesh to grow. I've seen them put corpses in the walls and they just melt away. So we've got to trick it, see? Make it think we're part of it. That's why the door's only open for... Wait. How did you get in here? Away, slave! They might have taken your mind, but they won't have mine!
Well, I mean, that is useful information in a sense. Let's get you back up.
No one's
Back and topped off.
One day I'll catch a break.
Right, like, I figured that it wasn't quite as literal as them just sticking corpses into walls to grow it, but like Like I figured that maybe there was some kind of a gestation or something. But
What am I to do?
Never a dull moment.
right. I think after all that, I think this is the next place we go to. Chasm. There's okay. Flesh rot door. Big one, and it's locked. So I have to interact with this to open said door. Alright, in which case we are going back because I think that is going to be then towards the inner sanctum.
Down.
There's one more place, and I think we really want to.
Be on my way.
We really do want to clear out all of these places before making a move on the final place, because I have more than a little bit of a hunch that they might just be like coming crawling in as reinforcement.
Fleet of creatures. How many true souls have passed through this place?
Cry about it.
On 1 HP.
Know what hit 'em?
There we are.
Never wanted the easy path.
And another mind. Fresh one. That's not at all a horrifying name to have. Oh, take that. There's a neural apparatuses. Oh! There's a restoration chamber here. That would have been really good to know. Does it only restore HP, I wonder?
You have my attention. On it.
Evacuate.
Okay.
Still breathing.
Oh, it literally just gave us the benefits of a long rest, apparently, because...
I'm ready. Whatever it
Oh, hell yes! Okay. With that... Oh. Yeah, those tentacles moving around. Really creepy. Let's try this neural apparatus. Oh, okay. So this is used to call this, which goes over there. Which, okay, now I'm of two minds.
If not over, through.
Which I feel that is a pun that I shouldn't be making when I'm here, because, well, good God. Okay, I feel that going on a moving platform, I feel that, like, that's probably even more of a, yeah, you're going to the end boss room now, sort of a sign, so I guess we go back into here anyway. And we do have another mind to listen to. Fresh one. Just be like one of their most recent victims, I guess.
My head hurts. Can I go back to bed, Mummy?
Oh no. This is deeply unsettling. Is very much is very much yeah. How did you get here?
I live here. This is my house. Our house, right, Mummy?
Right.
We saw a big spiky snail that fell out of the sky.
Not Lloyd.
I'm just very sleepy, Mummy. I wish you'd stop waking me up so much.
That was the not Lloyd. I, meanwhile, am never going to sleep again. You'll never wake again, little one. If it gives her any like what little comfort we can. Time to go back to sleep then. Good night, you.
Night, night, Mummy. Love you.
I mean, I do wish that there was something we could do to save those people, but they are brains in a jar at this stage, and whatever semblance of life that machine gives them. Yeah.
I'm ready.
Technically,
Hurry now. The city calls out for salvation.
technically,
Chosen on my heart.
I think that they can potentially.
May it please, Mistra.
No time to rest.
I mean, technically there is a way to do it, because, well, like true resurrection will still be able to bring them back, but right.
Console bursts into life. A mind touches your own. Alien and full of desperate need, but fragmented too. It is incomplete. It yearns to connect, but needs you to guide the process, linking each part of your mind to its like.
No. Like, I don't. This is not. I'm gonna assume. Yep, it's locked. Lockpicking impossible. You know, and I don't think like that is not a door that we can. Yeah, it doesn't have an HP bar. It took no damage from the swing. So the only way to open this flesh rot door to whatever chamber is beyond there requires us to manipulate. Let's remember to save. Alright, let's see.
Glows as you approach, the mind still desperately yearning for connection.
Ask what the mind
It
needs.
is incomplete.
Right. Okay. Okay. Motion, each, reason, each. Need to find a way to motion. Oh. No. Do I need to connect them all?
Console glows as you approach, the mind
Let's
still
connect
desperate.
including style.
Console glows as you approach, the mind still desperate.
Need to connect them all, is that it? That's impossible. There's no way to do this. do need to connect all of the neural nodes. Fair enough.
Mind passively awaits your input.
Start again. Right. Reason. Neural node there. Neural node there. Neural node there. There. Neural node there. Oh, okay.
Mind passively awaits your input.
Start over. Okay. So, I think so. What we need to do is we need to find a way to connect all of them without going over another's. Without going over another one's connection. We need to connect them like so. And then reason. There. Then have emotion. Here, here. Then we have last but not least we have the memory. Goes here. That's invalid target. How else? Yeah. This has to go down here.
Mind passively awaits
Never
your
the connection after that. This is once again one of those. I'm not the greatest at this, definitely not, because down there, this is memory, so we need to get to memory. We get there, we get here, then we get here. Okay? Then we go reason. Actually, no, we'll go with emotion because emotion only has one place to go. Emotion goes there. Emotion needs to get took a little bit longer than maybe other people would have, but that doesn't look at all desecrated. Blade of oppressed souls. Wait for mine. Let's see what the blade of oppressed souls looks like. A long sword. It is a long sword. Proficiency with weapon types. It has some kind of a psychic attack attached to the blade itself. +1. Yeah. I mean, not really useful for anyone. Desecrated relief.
Our destiny, design, downfall.
Right, so that's...
Your tadpole echoes, not with presence, but memory, tinged with loss.
The grand design, order, perfection, unity, every plane as one, every being in their place.
That loss blooms into a sudden fury, burying claws in your mind.
Taken, corrupted, gone.
And just as suddenly, pain and memory are gone, leaving only stone once more.
The grand design. The restoration of the Mind Flayer Empire. The dream of all Illithids.
Did the Illithid Empire fall?
I don't know.
So, the Elder Brain, that is the absolute, seems an unwilling participant in this. Like, to me, it seems that the whole corrupted and, like, kind of hard.
A long way to go still.
Like, to me, it seems that the,
No rest for the wicked, I see. Still alive. So that's progress.
I'd love to, thanks.
to me, it just seems that the,
Hey, good looking.
it just seems that the, like, it's been taken over. So it's not actually a willing participant.
Give up now.
Fine bones, sharp jaw. Some variety of elf. Pretty enough for a flesh prison, if not the noble Githzerai features I was born with. I'd guess you're no willing guest of the Gate either. Perhaps we might aid one another.
Called yourself Githzerai. Is that some kind of Githyanki?
Oh, for a set of hands to slap your face! The Yankee lost their way the moment Gith threw down the Gate Empire. Only we, Zerai, continue the war to end the Gate forever. Only we fight them on their own battlefield. The mind.
Yep. Yep. As expected, like, so the mind here is a mind of a Githzerai. And who are, if I remember correctly, they have like their enclaves in Limbo, and they can, like, they're part of the Gith civil war in that they don't follow Lakith. I don't remember his name, but he was basically a disciple of Gith, and Lakith and him got into a bad fight over whatever, like over what to do about the persecution, or like still carrying on the fight with the Illithid Empire, and the Githzerai lost the war, and I think that the guy is still alive, similar to Blackith, but he's he's more of an immobile, not really doing anything in a kind of state, like almost like in a coma or something, if I remember correctly. You're remarkably sane for a pickled brain.
A Githzerai's mind is not so easily cracked. Our discipline was the very reason we were attacked. My order taught a psionic technique much feared by the Gate. They destroyed us for it, and kept me as a trophy. I never broke, but I've spent all these centuries awake, aware. So here is my offer. Use your tadpole, erase me, and I will pass my technique on to you.
You want me to kill you? What if I can free you instead?
My people dwell in limbo, a realm of pure chaotic thought. With my mind gone, perhaps my soul will return there. Or perhaps not. Death, freedom, they are one and the same. Touch my mind, and purge it. At the very moment you do, I will make my knowledge yours.
Yeah. Alright. This is maybe the one time that I feel comfortable trying, like, using this.
The awareness that floods you is nothing like the tadpole. It is tentative and tinged with the loneliness of eons. It fades beneath your touch, but you feel something left behind. A fragment.
It is only knowledge yet, without comprehension. But when you use it, you will see.
Right.
And I see.
Okay, I mean, I was hoping for information, and I think we got even better. So, Githzerai Mind Barrier. Having assimilated a splinter of Githzerai knowledge, mental barriers have been erected in the affected entity's mind. It has advantage on intelligence saving throws. Yes! Yes, thank you very much. Intelligence is not the strongest stat on my character. So very much just apparently always having blank advantage on intelligence saving throws. Especially when we are dealing... I mean, it makes sense that the mind flayers would consider something that can, like the teachings or knowledge that could, like, that would give that to someone. What? Like, it makes sense that the Geich or the Illithid would want to be rid of a Githzerai order that would teach such knowledge to others. Like, very much understand, and hopefully she has found peace, because I could not imagine what it would be like to be aware for centuries as just a mind stuck inside, like, just, yeah. I don't know how to describe it.
Excited by something, drawn to it.
Like, it... Rejuvenating miasma. Animate dead doesn't require lingering necrotic stench. Okay. Fair enough. Alright, game is auto-saving for us as well. Do we not have an elixir on us? 3 hit points, aid. No, we don't have an elixir on us. We have an elixir there, there's an elixir there. What elixir do we feel like? I don't think elixir of heroism is gonna work here. Yeah, I think we're gonna go for elixir of the Colossus. It is also partly because I want to look more intimidating in dialogues and cutscenes by being massively
The
large.
Absolute is behind this door.
Alright, the Absolute is behind this door. We shall enter and hopefully put an end to it and the sneaking. I believe that is. Oh, that is the Grand
You
Duke.
said it was under control.
Lord.
It isn't you I answer to, Gortash.
Gortash. Okay.
Motherfucker. Gortash.
Oh, that's the guy.
Oh, the general voice. Is this where we salute?
Salute, yes. With cleavers through his blood-starved flesh. How it crawls with failure. Like flies on lick-wet carrion.
You forget yourself, Orin. I've played my part.
You've built an army for our masters, true enough. But what of the astral prison? A rogue true soul flaunting it under your nose all this time, and you ran from him.
Sure that they would follow and deliver it into my hands here. If you would cease these distractions.
The distractions have been yours, Ketherick. Perhaps we never should have dug your daughter up. So you haven't lost your edge. But you're still not as sharp as Orin, I wager. The Slayer against the Undying One. That'd be fun to see.
His crypt breath sings to my sinews. Again, 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 again. But he must lead the murder march to Baldur's grave.
If the weapon is truly in your grasp, Ketherick, might I suggest closing your fist? Orin and I can wait for you no longer. The plan proceeds. We're going to the city, and we expect you to follow. Army and the weapon in tow.
The Edict of Bane.
The lash of Ball.
Alright. Well, there's Ball. There's Bane. And that looks to be a moving Elder Brain, which pretty clearly has been subjugated by a high disciple of the Lord of the God of Tyranny, Bane, and a high disciple of the Lord.
The Testament of Merkel.
Okay.
An Elder Brain.
Yep.
One of the cruelest and most powerful creatures in existence, enslaved by mere mortals.
Look at that crown. It radiates with power unlike anything I've ever seen. To have it. To hold. Oh, if only I could. But I can't. This is it. I must do as Mystra commands.
Right. Oh boy, I wasn't expecting this particular... Wasn't expecting this particular choice. Thankfully, the game saved for us as well, as we did ourselves. Yeah, it looks like the clock is ticking. I'll be honest, I mean, I wonder if this is the correct choice. Because, well, I mean, you can't condemn us to death. Like, I would like to argue against him blowing up now. But I wouldn't want to argue it from you'll kill us perspective. I would like to argue it from this is not the time. And I do have a feeling that this is going to... Gale is... that his detonation attack will probably not... actually, like, he won't make it there, I don't think. But that is me as a rational sort of person. We stand no chance against the fortress. Like, this is the line, part of this line that I have the most problem with, because my Vengeance Paladin would probably not admit this. Even if he might think that we stand no chance, he would not openly admit that we stand no chance against evil. Like, he will yield in, like, a spar or a duel or whatever against a force that, like, isn't just utterly evil. But here, he wouldn't admit it. Is this really it, though? Is this the time where Gale goes for it? I think it's mistiming it. And Carla is definitely not looking too happy about this. I feel that as a paladin, as someone who is perfectly willing to accept death in service to their god, if this is what Gale truly believes is the time for him to unleash himself, and we're not gonna stand in his way.
One last gust of weave. One last gale to end them all.
No!
Beneath the smoking ashes of Moonrise Towers, the Elder Brain lies destroyed. But what of the tadpoles it commanded? Freed of the Absolute's control, they will complete their transformations. A plague of illithids will soon descend on the Sword Coast, enslaving all they do not infect. It is an ending of sorts, though not the one destiny had in store for you.
Fair enough. No, I think, like, I considered that this might be, like, an actual game ending here. And I'm glad that it was. Like, I am honestly glad that the game designers, like, allowed this to be a choice. So kudos to them. My personal expectation was that he was going to, like, that he was going to basically like attempt it, and it wouldn't kill them, or it wouldn't kill all of them. It wouldn't like solve the thing. Like, I honestly, the reason, like, having only two choices there is one of the things that I kind of dislike about it, because, like, neither of those two choices, the dialogue options that we were given, neither of them gave, like, I didn't feel like either of them really, like, actually fit my character. But we're gonna load in the game, and we're gonna see what the other option is then. That was but yeah, I was expecting that, like, letting Gale sacrifice himself there was going to like, he would sacrifice himself, so you would incur a loss there. But I've also figured that he was, like, it wasn't gonna be like, the devastation of the thing wouldn't be enough to actually like, actually end the evil threat once and for all. But yeah, no, the plague of Illithids suddenly descending upon the Sword Coast. I had considered it, like, as a factor that might happen, but it's also one of those things where, do I have the elixir on me? Okay. Right, I haven't drank the... We go for Strength to the Colossus. We go for Vicious. Operations. You know what? I think this is a... Yes, no. Yeah, we'll start concentrating on that. We'll drink the elixir. In we go. Again.
No longer a background murmur. The presence in your mind builds to a roar.
Yeah, I mean,
we found
sure, he was the equivalent, or as one of the closest equivalents to a nuke, as things go. Yes, but I mean, Ketheric Thorm is ostensibly mortal, though I guess we've disrupted that now with the Azamar no longer in place, but I wasn't sure whether that was the case. And there is also the case
you
of...
said it was under control.
Divine intervention trumps nuke every time. So I wouldn't have been surprised if maybe not Merkel, or Bale, but like Bane could have intervened here.
Salute.
You forget
in favor of his, like, grand disciple. But
so you haven't lost your edge.
And I mean, there is a thing in real life, like, there are if you can contain like an explosion, you can limit its damage. So
to my sinews again, but
like, and like, we have no idea how magical barriers magical barrier was essentially what I figured they would use is to contain the explosion and limit the damage. Like, obviously I expected a lot of damage, but not game ending. You defeated all of the villains' damage.
An elder brain. Look at that crown. But I can't.
Well, we know what the...
What choice do I have? More than just a goddess counts on my courage. Whole worlds hang in the balance.
The lady with no skin is named Orin, and she appears to be the high disciple of the god of murder, Baal. This is the first time that we have seen her, as far as I'm aware, and she, along with Lord Gortash, who's the black-haired character, they are the like, of the three main villains, they are the other two, compared to Ketheric Thorm. Right. Stand down. Like, they go, like, while we might be kind of, like, I feel that in this case, like, we are going to rely on Gale's sensibility, or like camaraderie bonds, rather than authority.
I do trust you. More than myself right now. Perhaps even more than Mistra.
Yeah.
I have no desire to end your life, you know that. To end it? To struggle on. It is a grave choice you're making for us both. But if it must be so... very well. I'll stand down to stand by you.
Much
there
thanks.
we are. It wouldn't do to fight in front of our guest. Behold, Duke Ravengard, the Absolute.
Who preserve us?
You wag your word flap in vain, Alderling. Once the worm holds the whip, your shredded flesh will serve us.
Now, it's really time we
Older Ravengard
we will
is
empty
looking.
this place and begin the march. You may catch up with the army once you've retrieved the weapon. And Ketheric, do try not to sulk. You're supposed to be the fearsome general come to conquer the city. And I am the hero who will save it.
Right. Yep, that tracks.
It is time, faithful ones. March on Baldur's Gate. We go to prepare the way.
Head to toe. Okay. Why? What? Why is Carla head to toe? Explore all sections of the Mind Flayer colony. Okay. Was dot. I think Piece of 3 was also, yeah, so we should be at full inspiration now. He is invulnerable. Okay, let us examine Ketheric Thorm. Aura protection, aura of hate, invulnerable. Is immune against all damage while he has the Night Song in prison. Unfortunately, it doesn't really appear like Night Song is over there. Ketheric Thorm is not by himself. There appears to be a Mind Flayer over there, and there are some Necromites over there. Not a massive, not at all a massive contingent. There's also some Intellect Devourers. Now I really wish that we'd be good at sneaking, but like, what are the chances? So we need to save Night Song so that he can become not immortal. What we need to do. Now the question is, No, there is absolutely no question. Like, this is literally the case of like, well, my paladin isn't the type to be sneaking around, so we're just gonna go in there and engage directly.
There you are, as predicted. What is it, I wonder, that draws one toward death like a moth to light? You could have run away, absconded with the prism. The one thing that could prevent me from fulfilling my destiny. But the lure of one's destiny is irresistible, isn't it? Perhaps you hope to learn your place in history before you are erased from it. A bright flash of clarity before the snuffing out.
The thing is, Mr. Ketheric Thorm, is that bright flash is a lot brighter than the shadows that you can cast. And you'll be subsumed by the light. What is my place, Ketheric?
Your place is to die so that I might finally live. Let us speak plainly.
Let us.
My Lord Merkel gave me the one thing I desired, the one thing no other god could grant me. My daughter's life returned. Her heart beating once more. For that, he asked that I serve as his chosen. Join Orin and Gortash to grow the cult of the Absolute, and then take control of it. He's never had a more devoted follower. I have fought great wars before, in the service of other gods and other powers. But for Merkel, I would condemn all of Faerun to death. You are all that stands between me and my destiny. And you have brought the prism here. I will kill you now. And then I will raise you as my servant.
You're planning on betraying your allies? I mean,
Yes.
Of course he is. Like, I mean, I'm sure that they are.
Join the army of the dead, true soul. Witness Lord Merkel's glory.
We can't get at him as long as the night song's caged.
Yes. True enough, Carla. Now. How do we... So... He has... Soul Caged. Soul Caged binds the Night Song as an engine for Ketheric's immunity to... Can be helped. Okay.
That's it.
She can be helped out of the soul cage, so I guess suck on that, Ketheric Thorm. So much for your immortality. Okay, he's telling everybody to target Gale. Mind Flayer, level 8. She is dominated. I'm gonna assume dominated. Let's see, dominated. A full on fight. Yep, cast her with the spell. Yep, as expected. Right. Alright, the real question here. Is Potion of Speed gonna be enough? I think Potion of Speed is gonna be enough. Bonus action, Potion of Speed.
Light on my feet.
Into the arterial mesh. Then. Smacking. We have saved against the tadpole charm. Wonderful. Mr. Mind Flayer, could you... Nope, he could not fail his saving throw. But he is very much...
Talk to me.
He is very much... Yeah, I think we just... Still alive.
On the move.
The witching hour.
Right, we absolutely need to put down the Mind Flayer. There is just no question about that. Is there a world where we hit target blocked? Yeah, we're gonna go for a fourth one just to make sure, even if he makes the save. What's this? This is your next lightning spell or cantrip deals additional lightning damage equal to remaining lightning purchase. On hit all purchase.
With haste.
Don't know what that skeletal influence does, but like killing the Mind Flayer was very much what we needed to do. With him dead. Unsurprising that. There we go. Dame Aelin. Because like Dame Aelin could have messed up Carla real bad. Reach from beyond. Nope, I don't care to. I don't care to counterspell that. Don't care to counterspell that either. Nope. Fine. Right. This is the time.
Heading out.
Really? I thought this was gonna be like the time to use the arrow transportation, but apparently there is not enough space there. Okay. Honestly, I think we're probably gonna be fairly fine. Ketheric Thorm. Not enough space. Why is there not enough space? What do you mean not enough space? Oh, never mind. I don't... Oh, yep. Okay, that makes more sense. Alright. Get yourself over there, and then let's start smacking. Let us start smacking. It's a 22 to hit. That's right. There's the bash. Wonderful. Wonderful. Is that it? That was it, I guess. Why is that it? The last of the intellect arousers. Yeah. Absolutely. Kind of hard.
Focus your attack, soldiers.
Low enmity. Let's get that. Let's get that advantage, and then we're going in swinging, and I mean swinging. Let's try this.
What a fool you are. You cannot kill me. I am eternal. Merkel, Lord of Bones, I am here. I am ready. I am yours.
You dare end one who belongs to me. I am the smile of the world-cleansed skull. I am the regrets of those who remain, and the restlessness of those who are gone. I am the haunt of mausoleums, the god of graves and age, of dust and dust. I am Merkel, horde of bones, and you have slain my chosen. But it is no matter, for I am death, and I am not the end. I am the beginning.
You know, maybe your chosen wouldn't have died if he wasn't such a big of a bitch. Alright,
Mistress Silken Dresses.
who's ready to fight God? Right, so Merkel's presence, what does it do? And bone chills all nearby creatures. Okay. You have a +10 bonus to your next saving throw, affecting multiple targets. Okay. Consume the fate. Can use a reaction to consume a sacrificial necromite and gain Reaper's reward. Okay. Dark vision. You can see in the dark up to. I'm glad he has dark vision. Like, that's really useful. Right. He's undead. Right. He's got +1 to his armor class. Oh, right. So this is basically Ketheric Thorm. Yeah, okay. Immutable form, improved divine smite, opportunity attack. Okay, good to know. Good to know. I guess we're just gonna move over there. Alright, Ketheric Thorm is done.
Let's end this.
We've got the Apostle of Merkel still to go. Right, we really need to kill all of those necromites. That is what we need to do. The real question is, do we have anything? Like, absolutely anything? No. Polymorph, he's unavailable. Management, invalid target. I wonder if we can turn undead off. Okay. Right. I think what we're going to do, we are going to dimension door and get Gale over here. well throw a third level. You know what?
Take two.
Allow me to demonstrate.
All right. We are not allowing them to. No. Level 4 here once again because we do not allow them to exist. We're not. Whatever Reaper's reward does, we are not letting him have it. As much as we can, at least. Really, you only have... Okay, Alright, let's...
Now you wear a face to match your soul, Oathbreaker.
Hooray! King Aelin comes in. Gets a hit in there. Necromite, okay. Okay, so he can spawn. Oh. God damn it. What are the chances? Oh right, Bone Shield cannot regain hit points. That's why the heal had no effect here. Okay. I think we just go. He's not even using the Great Weapon Master, and it's still 55%. Okay.
The hammer's gonna fall.
You're not under potion speed, are you? You're not under potion. Yep. I think this is a good enough time to go for a potion speed. Oh. Okay. I think we're going to activate this, go for a swing, and now we activate execution. Alright, he's silenced. He also has Holy Fire on him. So he takes Radiant. Okay. I wonder if Silence is actually going to do anything against him. Hopefully, but I wouldn't be... I'm not counting on it. Alright, who are you swinging at? The Spiritual Weapon. He critically missed the Spiritual Weapon. He frightened Carla, even with our Paladin nearby, which is unfortunate. We absolutely divine sense, so that we have advantage here. We'll keep the third level divine smite on for a critical hit. I was going to say that for a critical hit, but that's 2 critical hits in a row there. All right. I think that's the game telling us of just go full on in. All right, Apostle of Merkel at 326 HP has 45 now.
Can't give up, not now.
Yep, can't give up, not now. I would agree. The real thing, however, is you're not concentrating on anything. What can you concentrate on? Is there anything? Like, we could go for a guiding bolt, but I feel that that's not the greatest. But what we can instead do is spiritual weapon, go for a swing. Miss, unfortunate, but unsurprising. And we have Gale here, who we will lightning blast. And well, you got a 5th level spell slot, just with your name on it, Mr. Apostle. He is down to 2 hit points. He is down to 2 hit points.
Ready.
And we have Shadowheart to go. On a save, he still takes half damage.
I could sleep for a 10-day after that.
And we're still in combat because there's still
Ketherick's
one necromancer.
Netherstone. It's in his armor. Take it.
Right. Did that. Heal. So that was end of turn. End of turn. Turn. Dame Aelin. You know, they did choose a fitting name for the Azamar. I feel Dame Aelin. I feel like works really well.
What's it gonna take?
And that is how you defeat the chosen of a god.
Alright, what now?
Apparently. Right.
Should mind my step.
Oh, I am absolutely a massive dude, apparently. I mean, unsurprisingly, I guess. Right. With that done, let's explore a little bit. What this kind of looks like. I don't. Right. What do we have here? What do we have here? Also, definitely saving. Yes, you are actually, we have a friendly NPC, a glorious Ozimar by the name of Dame Aelin. So, I figured you'd appreciate them choosing a very nice name for such a nice lady. Let's see. So, we have the invasion plans for the Sword Coast. Now we're picking that up. There's a severed head, there's another severed head. There is the grand design, dictated to Scribe Yanthus by Enver Cortash. Now, the grand design is the Mind Flayer's species-wide ambition to return to the days of their conquering greatness through an act of sudden mass ceremorphosis, which is exactly what happened when Gale, bombed the place to smithereens, giving the Elder Brain in overall command an implacable army of illithid slave warriors with which to defeat all their old enemies, human and humanoid, Githyanki and Ulitharid. Of course, this is delusional madness, megalomania on a cosmic scale, and I know just how to turn it to our purposes. We're going to help the Mind Flayers enact their grand design, but only in the way that suits us. The Illithids shall have their crusade to enslave, but they will be acting in turn as our slaves, and we shall determine the how, when, and where of their great Illithid outbreak. To be precise, I, Gortash, will determine these things, as commanding the grand design is clearly a Bainite task. There's an invitation to Lord Gortash. Lord Cortash, the Committee of Concerned Patriarchs would like to extend an invitation to a formal meeting at the High Hall to discuss plans short and long term for the economic of Baldur's Gate. Tuesday, the 12th, noon, a luncheon will be served. Premier attendance. Okay. There's some high nobles that are going to be probably entirely unaware of the danger they're going to be in, but alright. The Absolute End. Underneath this book, concerning the cult of the Absolute and the dangers it presents, is scrolled this response to the text. This hastily written drivel is admittedly well-intentioned. Its author is clearly fizzing with fear of the Absolute. The problem is that they conflate the rise of the cult with other things like the heat death of the universe, the resurrection of one-eyed Vecna the Lich, the proliferation of necromantic excess, and even the withering of some imported fruits from the cult. This person needs a glass of water and a lie down. Alright. Then what's there? Necromancy, how many? Did manage to get a level, which is always nice. I assume we're at the level that most people would be here. Ketheric Thorm is like there is an actual corpse here. He dropped into the chasm, and then the apostle died, and he turned back into the corpse of Ketheric Thorm. Okay, we're gonna not pick that up yet, because well, there's things to be done. Oh. Let's Like, Ketheric Thorm clearly had a plan here. Unfortunately for him, he did not take into account Carla, our super awesome barbarian, just rushing forward, misty stepping to break his immortality from Dame Aelin. Well, I hope you're going to be entertained because we're just about to talk to Dame Aelin, Sword of the Moon Maiden.
We fly at your word.
Not much of a talker, that one. But yeah, fair enough. I think that is pretty much all we can gather here. Oh. Well, the army of the Absolute is now without a general, but I don't think that'll stop it extensively. Right. I think we're gonna level up here. Because I have a feeling that once we pick up whatever is on Ketheric Thorm's body, we're not gonna have the chance to do so. Right, so we get the Aura of Courage. Me, you, and any nearby allies cannot be frightened. It's a 3-meter aura, and will disappear if I fall unconscious. We get another additional lay on hands charge. And we can reset the spells that we know, which I think these are all still fine. No magic weapon. Why would we have magic weapon? Right. Elemental weapon, no. Revivify, no. Daylight, no. Crusader's Mantle, no. Remove curse. Right. Heroism, Searing Smite, Divine Favor. We'll take Divine Favor, I guess. Alright, that's our 10th level Paladin. Then we have our 10th level Cleric, who gets Divine Intervention. Could have been really useful against Merkel there, but who am I to? So we have a cantrip which we can choose. We can get Thaumaturgy, we can get Blade Ward, or we can get Produce Flame. So that's an action. That's an action. That's also an action. We'll produce... I don't think this is a... Is this... Thaumaturgy, Blade Ward. We'll take Blade Ward just to, I don't know, have the cantrip available, I guess. Not for much else. Right, then we... So Healing Word, Cure Wounds, Bless, Guiding Bolt, yes. Lesser Restoration, Prayer of Healing, yes. Spiritual Weapon, Spirit Guardians, Daylight, Mass Healing Word, Death Ward, Banishment, Flame Strike, Mass Cure Wounds. I don't think we want to have Contagion, thank you very much. Not Insect Plague, and Greater Restoration. We'll have Greater Restoration of it. And accept. Subclass feature. You can add your intelligence modifier to damage rolls with any evocation spell. Baller. Right, we have a cantrip choice here as well. Acid Splash, True Strike, Bone Chill, Poison Spray, Blade Ward, Friends, Dancing Light, Light, Minor Illusion. We're taking Bone Chill because having access to a cantrip that can stop people from healing seems pretty sure. Yeah. So that's like, I really like, well, it's called Chill Touch in 5th edition, but I really like this particular cantrip. And then we get to learn some spells. We don't have a massive list of spells to choose from. Planar Binding, Dominate Person, Cloud Kill. I think... Raise a wall of non-magical... I think we're gonna pick Seeming in case we need it. And then we have... Let's take Planar Binding. And prep spells. And once again, the game decides that Witch Bolt is apparently such a great spell that he should always have it prepared, which is absolute and utter nonsense, I tell you. We'll take Cone of Cold. And then, last but not least, our MVP of pretty much the entire campaign. We're not changing the Bestial Heart. Bear is still, like, the best. And then we have an animal aspect. Aspect of the beast. We can increase our carrying capacity. Resistance to falling damage and throwing camp supplies. You gain resistance to falling damage and throwing camp supplies blinds targets. Okay. Agility. Your movement speed increases by 3 meters while standing in water-based surfaces. On slippery surfaces, you also... I feel that, like, Crocodile is probably, like, we've come across a fair amount of both watery and slippery surfaces, so not bad at all. Eagle. See in the dark and gain advantage on perception checks. If you're poisoned, frightened, or charmed at the start of your turn, you have a 50% chance to regain raging without begin raging without expending a rage charge. Okay, that's interesting. Stallion. Dashing grants you temporary hit points equal to twice your barbarian level, which is like, okay, just dashing. Yeah, I mean, all right, Stallion is winning me over. Like, if she has to dash, considering that she's probably gonna be the person who's gonna have like haste cast on her the most, and all of that. Yeah, I feel that Stallion is probably gonna be pretty dope. Tiger. You add an additional strength modifier to attack rolls against bleeding or poisoned targets and gain some proficiency in survival. Unfortunately, bleeding and or poison isn't really much that we do as a party. So Tiger is... And I mean, she's already recklessing most of the time, so I don't think this is... gain proficiency in stealth and can use Aspect of the Wolf. I think you and nearby allies add your dexterity modifier to the... Okay, yeah, nope. We're not stealthing around, so Wolf is pointless. And Wolverine. When you attack a bleeding or poisoned target, you also maim it for 1 turn. Okay, so I'm thinking it's either Stallion. I mean, Honey Badger is nice, but like if she gets charmed, I really, really, really don't want her to start raging as well. But like that just makes her, yeah. Eagle, not really useful. I think it's either crocodile or stallion. Like bear is just like, carrying capacity doubled, have advantage on strength checks. It's good. Like it's defaultly good, but it's not like, again, she can just rage to get herself advantage on strength checks anyway. Movement speed increase, standing in water-based surfaces, and have advantage on saving throws against being knocked prone. Like, I feel that the advantage on saving throws against being knocked prone, pretty nice, but like temporary hit points, like just she dashes once and she gets 20 temporary hit points that and she's probably raging as well, so she has resistance against everything except psychic. So yeah, I think Stallion seems like the best. And with those levels done,
these things have stayed interesting.
Ketheric Thorm.
In death, the body is cooling, but energy radiates from the stone.
Remarkable. Truly. And now the picture comes together. The Absolute is neither god nor man. It is the Elder Brain you saw, held here by those three against its will. The crown it wears controls it, and these stones control the crown. It has been dominated. To master an Elder Brain, to subdue it. Our enemies are formidable.
Truly, I will agree to that sentiment. They are formidable. The question I fear here is, I mean, it doesn't really matter that the Elder Brain is enslaved at the end of the day. Like, the Elder Brain will be killed because, like, well, the Illithid Grand Design is still the Illithid Grand Design. Like, they have designs and wants to enslave the universe. So, right. How is it you're able to leave the astral prism now?
A temporary reprieve, but a welcome one. With a brain on its way to the city, its influence here is weakened.
Yeah, I wish I could get an insight check on that. What are these stones?
The crown's markings suggest it was forged in Netheril, an ancient empire whose mastery over magic rivaled that of the gods. It is a crown of domination. The stones were taken from its crest. They are nether stones, imbued with the ability to control the wearer of the crown. The crown's Netherese magic must be the true source of the parasite's abilities. This must be what elevates their potential. And it must be the reason nobody could heal you. If the crown can do this to the parasite, I dare not imagine what it is doing to the brain.
Netherese? These chosen are powerful indeed to have such magic in their command.
Do you know who our enemies are?
One of them I know, Lord Enver Gortash, an arms dealer and a slaver. A worshipper of Bane, the god of tyranny. The other is a mystery to me. But the way she spoke, it is most likely she follows Baal, god of murder. Ketheric was a follower of Merkel, which means the Absolute is a front for the gods of death, and our enemies are the chosen of the Dead Three.
Chosen of the Dead Three.
Bane, Baal, and Merkel. The Tyrant, the Assassin, and the Necromancer. They are known to pick from their most devout followers a chosen, granting them incredible powers. Each one alone would be a formidable enemy. But working together and controlling an Elder Brain, I dare not imagine what they might achieve.
Well, don't worry. The Chosen will soon be like their masters. The Dead Three. We've already got a head start on one. What do we do now? We got an option that says, what hope do we have if the gods themselves are involved? Like, we literally just smacked the ass of one of them and then proceeded to smack the ass of an avatar of one of those three gods. And we have gods on our side as well. We have a lot of hope in being able to defeat them.
We prepare for the fight of our lives, and the lives of everyone in Faerun. The army of the Absolute is marching on Baldur's Gate. Within the city, an Elder Brain, brimming with power, ready to turn everyone within its reach into mind flayers. All it needs is an order. An order the Death Gods chosen are on the cusp of giving. We must wrest control of the brain from the Chosen before that happens. We must take their stones. Our chances of success are slim, but we must not fail. If we fail, everything ends. I will be your shield, but you must be the sword. And when the chance comes to strike, you must take it, for there may only be one chance.
Papa, I love you. Oh god. Damn you, Ketheric Thorm. Why would you have such a thing? Ketheric Shield. Gain +1 bonus to spell save DC and spell attacks. When a foe hits you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction to knock it prone unless they succeed at advantage on dexterity saving throw checks. We're throwing that over to Shadowheart. She has a good shield. It gives her aid, but that shield might be better. He has Ketheric's Warhammer, Elixir of... Okay, no. It deals bludgeoning, and it deals extra bludgeoning, and it deals psychic. Okay. And that's nice, but it's sold. And then we have Reaper's Embrace. Very rare heavy armor. All incoming damage is by 2. Reaper's Rigidity. When activated, you can be moved against your will. And have a disadvantage on dexterity save. Disadvantage on Howl of the Thumbs. Movement speed halved. Spellcasters have advantage on attack roll. It's a cool piece of armor, but we're not putting it on. We're just gonna sell it. Right. So we have pretty much scoured the entirety of this place, and I think we go to the portal to the surface. Yeah, it's like this thing, which ends over here, but. Okay. Let's go to the portal on the portal to the surface.
I've been thinking you saw Gortash, didn't you? What the fuck was he doing down there? Is all of this because of him? The tadpole, the absolute. How?
It seems he's a servant of Bane, as Ketheric served Merkel. Who knows what powers he's gained since you knew him. We'll find out when we get to Baldur's Gate. I don't know how this plot fits together yet, but we will stop him. I mean, we kind of know how this plot fits together yet. Like, I mean, I'm a little bit conflicted here because, like, I think both of these are good answers. Because, like, this is the... But I think we go with this because we certainly have the resolve to stop him.
I was his bodyguard. I looked after him with my life. I trusted him more than anything. He gave me away to Zariel just for kicks. He ruined my life just when it was starting. And now he'll use up the entire Sword Coast. He has to die. And I'm gonna be the one who kills him.
We'll do it together. Whatever it takes.
He can't get away with what he's done. To me. To us. He won't get away with it.
Right. Let's talk to Gale.
I can't help but feel like I've been fumbling in the dark for too long, and I've just had a lit torch thrust into my hands.
We're not out of the shadow-cursed woods yet. Give him a chance? What does this mean? I guess to elaborate? I mean, considering Carla's... Like, I don't know about you, but theoretically speaking, if I had absolute loyalty to someone, and then they proceeded to betray that loyalty by throwing me into hell so that my heart could get replaced with a demon metal engine that is constantly burning me from the inside out, and then forcing me to battle for survival. Yeah, I'd be pretty pissed at that man as well. So Carla definitely still a puppy, but yeah, let's give him a chance to elaborate.
The crown, the one the Elder Brain was wearing. Netherese magic, so pure, so complete that I didn't even recognize it at first. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power, the ghost of an echo of a memory. That crown was different. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but no matter. It exists. I must learn more of it.
That crown is, if I read it correctly, is the crown of Karsus. And there's a reason why there is a very important historic event called Karsus's Folly, Gale. Back up a little. Why is this crown so important all of a sudden?
That crown sits on a gargantuan elder brain bent on destroying us and everything we hold dear. Understanding its true nature might unlock the means of our victory. We need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact as powerful as that crown must have been documented somewhere. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. Sorcerous Sundries. I need to go there and learn all I can.
Why would a Baldurian magic shop be the first place we look?
Ha! Sorcerer's Sundries is no mere trading post. It's been serving the arcane community for centuries. Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. Netherese texts are hardly commonplace, but I'm certain they'll have one or two stashed away. You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but if my suspicions prove to hold water, this could be the answer to all our problems.
Okay, here's a quick question: why isn't Candlekeep like the solution to all of our problems? Like there is literally.
You lot could have tossed me back in the shadows.
Okay.
You're one of us.
Right. So we're out here. Shadowheart, anything to say?
That's still the case.
The shadows are losing their grip on these lands. Shah can indeed be thwarted. Comforting to know.
I'm
You
glad.
wanted something?
I'm glad you're feeling more cheery. There's some matters I wanted to discuss.
I'm sorry. It might be best kept until later. I'd be a poor counsel and worse company just now.
Very well. And understandable on her account as well. Right, Jaheira.
Your mind wants you dead.
Our enemies spread like rub rot. Treat one patch, and two more bloom in its place. An elder brain, bound by lost Netherese magic, with servants of the Dead Three holding the chain. Reminds me of old times.
You've tangled with the Dead Three before?
Extensively. Mind flayers, too. But I never dreamed of seeing gods and Illithids working in consort. It is most disturbing.
Oh, consort.
Take courage. We have killed a man who could not die, and stripped the Absolute's army of its general. You have a Netherstone, and you're on the scent of two more. These Chosen have reason to fear you, and I would like to be at your side when you confront them.
You want to join me?
Of course. Falling foul of Ketheric convinced me that my grand adventures were behind me. That even if I survived, I should hang up my blades. But you convinced me otherwise. We ventured into darkness together. Now we've come out the other side. I'd say I'm feeling a little refreshed. When we reach Baldur's Gate, there will be even darker paths to tread. I will follow you wherever they lead.
I mean, having the High Harper of Baldur's Gate in the party is more than smart. I'll see you at camp.
How does it compare to a shadow-cursed inn? With the Absolute's army gone, the Risen Road should be clear. We can follow it all the way to Baldur's Gate. There's a Harper's safe house in Worm's Crossing. Denthelan's Dancing Axe. We do well to check in with them before entering the city proper. Beyond that, our course is yours to set. I can recall how to take orders, as well as give them.
All right. So, we need to get Gortash's Netherstone. We need to get Orin's Netherstone. I have a feeling that Orin is going to be the easier of these two to take on. I feel that Gortash is the guy behind the entire thing. We need to rescue the Grand Druk, who has been infected with an illithid tadpole, and he's been taken to Baldur's Gate, which is going to not at all cause hell break loose in the city. We defeated Ketheric and watched a fleet of Nautiloids leave for Baldur's Gate. If Mole doesn't turn up in Moonrise Tower, she may have escaped on one of them and made it to the city. Our fiery friend. He wants her revenge, but first we have to find him. We have the Blade of Frontiers. Zariel's asset turned out to be Misora herself. In return for our help, she promised to release Will from his pact, but only after 6 months had passed. She disappeared again, but not before promising she'd find us soon enough. Right, we need to This is just the same as the Grand Duke. We have the High Harper. And then we have the Wizard of Waterdeep. Seek another means of defeating the Elder Brain. Found the heart of the Absolute in the bowels of Moonrise Towers. A powerful Elder Brain controlled by Netherese ground of incredible power. Gale was convinced he shouldn't detonate the orb. In fact, he seemed more interested in the ground. Yep. Well, we've completed the infiltration of Moonrise Towers. We have defeated Ketheric Thorm. And find a cure is apparently complete, despite us not being right. We saved Zevlor, who explained, blah blah blah. He'll have to forge his own path now, indeed. And that, I feel, is good as...
matters to discuss.
Oh, there are important matters to discuss, you say, Withers. I think that'll have to wait for the next one.
Survive it? Faniel.
But,
I had to look
yeah,
after him.
that was...
Without him,
how would...
I wouldn't have lasted long.
Right, let's apply that Aura of Courage. Let's to remember. I don't know. It's, like, closing thoughts. Ketheric Thorm turned out to be a bit of a pushover, both at the top of the tower as well as down there. But on the flip side, I mean, even the avatar of Merkel turned out to be a bit of a pushover. But it has to be said, it absolutely has to be said that we have Carla on our side, and we have our Paladin on our side, obviously, because, like, well, being a Paladin who has essentially the haste effect on you has advantage against the target. So we had what, like an 80% chance of hitting, and then just like poured all of the second level and third level spell slots into just divine smiting. Yeah, it's it was easier than expected, shall we say. I'm a little curious as to what the Reaper's reward would have actually given the Avatar, but it sounded bad enough that I didn't want to test that. But with that, we are going to be saving the game here, and I am going to say to you, thank you for watching. Hope you'll be here for the next one, and good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, whatever time it may be for you.
While time is precious.